Imagine losing everything you built in a single day. Your career, your possessions, your identity. Would you scream? Cry? Collapse under the weight of despair? Now imagine this. What if that loss was the beginning of your greatest transformation? Let's talk about how to become truly undefeatable. Not in the eyes of the world, but in the fortress of your mind. This is the story of Stoicism. In 300 BC, on the shores of ancient Cyprus, a wealthy merchant named Zeno set sail for Athens. A storm swept across the sea, shattering his ship and dragging his life's work into the ocean's depths. In an instant, Zeno went from riches to rags. Most of us faced with such loss would crumble. We'd call it unfair, maybe even curse the gods. But Zeno saw an opportunity in this tragedy and later set it a prosperous voyage. That wreck led Zeno straight to Athens, into a bookstore. There he discovered the teachings of Socrates, and there Stoicism was born. Contrary to what many believe today, Stoicism wasn't about suppressing emotions. It was about understanding them, mastering them, and never letting them control your life. Zeno realized we don't always control what happens to us, but how we respond that matters. This single belief has shaped the mindset of emperors, soldiers, slaves, and people like you and me. Epictetus said, "A man suffers more in his imaginations than in reality." What made Stoicism revolutionary wasn't just its message, it was its accessibility. Unlike other philosophies locked away in elite institutions, Stoicism was taught in the open, on the streets, in the agora. It was for everyone, from slaves to emperors. Epictetus, born a slave, became one of Stoicism's greatest teachers. Seneca, a statesman, wrote letters that still guide minds centuries later. And Marcus Aurelius, ruler of the Roman Empire, journaled his deepest fears and wisdom in meditations. Stoicism didn't discriminate. It empowered. Even women long excluded from philosophical circles were welcomed. Musonius Rufus, teacher of Epictetus, once said, "Women no less than men are drawn to virtue, so why should philosophy be reserved for men alone?" Life is uncertain. You'll face failure, heartbreak, rejection. The Stoics taught us to prepare for this. One powerful exercise: voluntary discomfort. Sleep on the floor. Skip a meal. Take a cold shower. They aren't acts of self-punishment. They're preparation. They remind us that we can endure far more than we think, that the things we fear are often survivable. Think of spilled coffee or a tech glitch right before a big meeting. You knock over your cup or your screen suddenly goes black. It's annoying, yes, but not unexpected. You've learned that sometimes life just doesn't go according to plan. But when something bigger spills, when our goals crash or our relationships freeze, we act surprised, even betrayed. The Stoics urge us to expect adversity. Epictetus said, "The key to life is knowing what you can control and letting go of what you can't." This is the dichotomy of control, the beating heart of Stoicism. We live in a world of noise. We're told you must have more, achieve more, show more. But that mindset breeds insecurity. And the moment your self-worth depends on things outside your control, money, status, approval, you've already lost. Seneca wrote, "Learning to live with less will creates space in your life for the things that truly matter." Happiness isn't in having, it's in being. In choosing values that can't be taken from you. Imagine a man works hard chasing a promotion only to be rejected. He blames himself. But what if it wasn't about him at all? Maybe it was budget cuts, office politics, or bad timing. He suffered for what he couldn't control. That's the trap we fall into. But if he judged himself only by the quality of his work, not the outcome, he could have walked home proud, not broken. Stoicism rests on 4 unshakable virtues. Wisdom, knowing what's within your control. Courage, to persist in hardship and resist temptation. Temperance, to do more with less and avoid extremes. Justice, to act with fairness because we are born not just for ourselves but for each other. Stoic teachings echo through modern psychology. Rational emotive behavioral therapy helps people challenge negative thoughts with logic. Logotherapy, developed by Viktor Frankl, who survived Nazi concentration camps, teaches that even in suffering we can find meaning. Frankl wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response." That's Stoicism in action. So, how do you become undefeatable? Not by avoiding pain, not by building walls around your heart, but by anchoring yourself to what can never be taken away: your values, your integrity, your response. If your ship sinks, swim. If you lose everything, start again, because you are not your fortune. You are not your failure. You are the way you choose to rise every single time. This is the way of the Stoic.